Yarn Fairy here, and I'm here to bring you yarn. Lots and lots of yarn. I found it everywhere. So, speaking of sewing, before we get started, have you ever seen Minky? Gonna have a baby eventually. They get married, they have babies. That's what they do. I'm gonna make a teddy bear, a baby blanket teddy bear. It's so soft. It's like, I don't know, it's heavenly. Absolutely heavenly. My COVID brain won't let me know why I bought 4 yards of each. Lining. It's like that polyester stuff you use for vests. I have no idea why I bought it. I know I was buying baby stuff at the time. Baby fabric. I was looking for flannel. Couldn't really find too much of it. I don't know what my problem was that day. And I have all that waffle stuff. Oh, I dyed some. I dyed one in a raspberry brown, sort of like chocolate berries that we used to dye a lot of. And blue, greeny, purpley thing. I thought I'd cut those up for washcloths and bibs and stuff. And I'm also going to knit. Where did I find that? This bib. Cutest little thing. Jeepers, I brought all these books out here, and you'd think I could find the one thing that I wanted. Not a good laugh. I marked the page, because I'll forget what it was that I wanted to make. You think I'm that organized? Not a chance. Isn't it cute? It's a lot like Dancing Princess. Just dropping like flies. And so I was thinking of making the different petals a different color, but we'll see what happens. I found this, and I know that baby will wear the knitted t-shirt that I bought and dyed, so I'm hoping to get him back into a whatever that thing is for dogs. You would know. Coat. Sweater. And then I really want to knit something for my daughter because she's an LA girl and she's gonna freeze in Washington. Aren't those amazing? It made me want to design some. Where's the other thing? Oh, and I've always wanted to make a hoodie for myself. It was the zipper, I think, that was stopping me. I've been going through my knitting books, can you tell? I have 4 shelves now. Just 4, well, no, they're up there too. 5 shelves? 4.5 shelves of books left. I got rid of a box. I'm doing good. I'm trying to whittle down my stuff because, well, I almost died twice in the hospital this year and the last year. So I need to get rid of as much stuff as I can so as to not make it hard on my family. Well, at least that's the intention. That's where I was headed. We'll see what happens there. That's not the one I wanted. Good heavens, why are all these books here? I think I wanted to put them on the bookcase, that's why. I've been wanting to make a 2-block quilt, so I have all these. I don't even need her here. I just cracked myself up. This is dang bad. I was so excited about this one that I printed off all the templates for it. Oh, sorry. God help me. Elm Creek quilts. This they don't always come out right. Sylvia's Bridal Sampler. And it's little 6-inch blocks. I've seen this thing. See? On a black background. And it's gorgeous. Simply gorgeous. I love the look of left to right, top to bottom colors. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm not going to count them. the 17 by 9-inch boxes full of these little tiny squares. And I've been getting them from everywhere and in swaps and, swap on the World Quilting Board. At least that's what it was called 20 years ago. I think now it's just quiltingboard.com. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm talking about quilting. Okay, so pairing up, that's a fine. I think I got over all those. Oh. This is intense. These things are, it doesn't say right off the bat here, so I'm not going to look any further, but they're tiny hexagons made into larger hexagons made into a quilt. Tell you what, if I end up in bed paralyzed or something, I will hand piece it. Mark my words, I will. Look at how fat this sucker is. She's got a lot of 396 blocks to tell your tale, because it's that way, you know. It's yeah. See, this is Sylvia's. That's the diagram I made to show me which ones to put where. Of course, I didn't write it out, and this was pre-COVID. I have no idea. Finally, this is a new to me book. It was published in 2011. It's Knit One Knit All by Elizabeth Zimmerman, who's been dead. So I'm like, huh? But I guess the family, Cully, her grandson, I'll get it right eventually. Is this really? Yeah, this is a 2-piece baby surprise jacket, I guess, because it still has the strange construction, the wibbly wobbly that turns into a jacket, which is a good prelude into my surprise jacket. I knit this and I was like, well, maybe you can knit something, you know? I did it really slow and I was really cautious and I just knit. And I don't know, something's been happening lately. My inflammation has been going down. My thumb is still jacked up and I need a surgery, but I'll knit as long as I can. I'll knit when I'm dead. Yeah, right. Okay, this is not showing up in the right color. It's turquoise. Isn't it beautiful? I just love this thing, and she picked out the cute little buttons, and I didn't have enough of any one color, so I went with all of them. And then she doesn't know about this. Just a little cute hat. Isn't it adorable? You can flip it back if your baby's ultra tiny, or you can leave it forward for a toddler. And it goes with the jacket. And I really want to make my daughter a sweater out of it, but I don't know. I still have an entire box of scraps and things that I found. I still have so much yarn, you guys. This is just a piece of the iceberg. This is just, the yarn that I've been sending to you guys is just the stuff that was stuffed into a bag as little scraps. And some of them are full skeins. I still have 3 boxes full of sock yarn. Big tote boxes, we're talking the big guys, outside in there. And a box of lace cones, a box of lace weight skeins, a box of piece, you guys know the one, this isn't fun. What do you call it when something is native? It's, yeah, whatever, natural, it's got prickers in it. And then the pure wool, I got that one too, whatever. Anyway, I got a whole lot of boxes. I got a Kuni box, a full box full of Kuni. That's the color changing yarn from 1,000,000 years ago that's really itchy and I don't know what to do with it. This is a baby blanket. I probably should just call that one done at this point. Sorry, my mouth is really dry from this stuff they have me inhaling. The whole reason for this book is this pattern. And that's why I wanted it. Well, also to complete my Elizabeth Zimmerman. She taught me how to knit. She maybe did. That old girl's still kicking. This is called the flared baby jacket. It increases, I hope just at the waistline. It looks like some of them are just increasing as they go, but I was thinking, actually, I think I saw this on Ravelry. I saw one in stockinette stitch, and I just about lost it because it was adorable, and I'm going to do exactly what she did. It's stockinette. She did all the increasing below a waistband of a different color. Top, waistband, and then the skirt. And when you ruffle it out, increase really big at the waistline, you end up with a diaper cover, you know, because diapers are bigger than the baby. I might have to make leggings to match too. Of course, all in the same yarn. My daughter's gonna get sick of this yarn. Okay, the other thing I want to do requires a fatter yarn. 272 yards per 4 ounces is a DK weight, which I didn't soak for her. Isn't it gorgeous? I love this thing. Here's the diagram, it's better. It's showing you what you got going on. I love it. I've always wanted to knit the V-shaped stuff. I thought it was going to be a shirt. Ended up not being a shirt. Best works for me. Hopefully she'll wear it. She's going up to Washington. She's going to be freezing. So worried about my daughter. Isn't that terrible? This guy is going to take care of her and protect her and comfort her when she's not happy because she's not in LA and she's not with me. Who wouldn't be happy? Or who wouldn't be sad? Told you. Okay, so, I put it down too soon. Don't let me talk about Katie. I just start getting all bent. And this is the other thing that I absolutely adore. Of course, I don't knit brioche. I'm going to learn finally. Before you know it, I'll probably have 50 million knits out there. Designs, that's the word. Well, you guys, I'm so sorry. Oh, and then you have to see the back. Because it's got nifty shaping down there by the waist and under the arms. Okay. Then, what I did, as soon as I saw that, I went out and got the right yarn for it. And I dyed it in her favorite color. I needed an alternate, so this is what we ended up with. Wow, when we ended up with a mess. These are the two colors I'm going to use. This is Red Violet. It's her favorite color right now. Hopefully she'll still like it as she gets older. I can't see her ever getting fat. She's got my husband's metabolism, so I think she'll be able to use it for a really long time. All right, moving on. I should give you some of the yarn because there's so dang much of it. Okay. I'm not even sure what some of this is. First I was going to say this is a kid mohair, but I think it's a cashmere blend. This is all going to be on sale. If you want the yarn you see in the video, email me at YarnFairy1@gmail.com. Put sale yarn in the subject. Put exactly what you see and what you want. And this is pale gray. That's not mohair. You know what? Don't hold me to that. This might be. There's slubs in here. And if it is mohair, I'd hate for you guys to yell at me. So, because I don't know what it is, and it's a mystery yarn, you can have it for $10. As is. I really don't want to hank these things, but if you want it and you want me to dye it, I'll do it for $5. This is Pixie Paca. It's only about a half a skein. It goes with this one, who's about a half a skein. Together they make a whole. This stuff sells for $45 because it's like this. You may have it for $15. It's a little too expensive. I just need to break even here. Okay. I think this guy goes with these. You. I don't want to say you. Oh, because you guys are a set. Nope, you're not a set. Where's your mate? I don't know how I keep myself straight, let alone everybody else. There it is. Okay, there's a pink one. Blast! There is a pink one. Mystery yarn again. It's sock yarn. It's got nylon in it. I'm sure of that. Beyond that, it's probably an 80-20. Teal and olive. There's a pink one around here somewhere. Unless I sold it. I might have sold it. $10 each. We're going to go with mystery yarn is $10 each. Just tell me the blend, 80-20, the color. Okay? This is a high twist yarn. Originally Pagewood, which sold for $30-something. This is sock. It's 80-20, and you can have it for 10. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. These are pure wool. And beautiful. I absolutely love these colors. Look at this. Oh, sorry, cat. Made her jump sky high. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a dark, 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 dark green. And a bright, bright, vibrant blue next to it. Anyway, pure wool, $10 each. No way they ever sold that low. Huh. I know what this is. I just don't know what it is, you know? These are things that I bought. Oh, I know. So scattered. Okay, these are a set. This is Rambo Bulky. It's $21, I think. And this is Slub Monster. Slubby the Slub Monster. I love my Slubby. Named after the slubs. Noils built in. Okay. Slubby the Slub is somewhere around the same price. So this would normally be... Where'd they go? I'm fine. I'm sitting right here. This would normally be $60. It's a set, as you can see. And Rambo is just like merino. It's just super soft. And what? Yeah, a price. That's what you're looking for. $40 for the entire set. Remember. Okay, so it's Rambo and a Slub Monster. What did I just say? 40 bucks? 40 bucks. You have to put the price in the email because I'll go nuts trying to figure out what I said. Here's another Rambo. 15. There's the pink. Remember these two? Another no name. So he's, oh. Never mind. My brains. More Rambo. I think these were dyed originally for my daughter for hats. So if they don't sell, I don't mind. $15 each. This guy's naughty. I think I had some knots when I was winding him. These two are a pair. And again, they're like in the, what did I say, miscellaneous? They're 80-20 sock. Sorry. Totally out of my mind, man. Oh, wow. Oh. See, I get this point and I don't want to, oh, look at that. I forget what I've done, people. It's very sad. These two were to go together. But I think I'll sell them separate because this is a $45 hanky yarn. It's the Italian silk. And I pay so much for this that I really should not discount it. But I can discount it 10 bucks. I'll sell it to you for 35. Italian silk sock. Pretty sure this is sock. Okay, more silk. This is Siren Silk. Again, as is, because I don't want to hank it. These sell for like $35, I think. The price just went up on me this year. I think they're $35. So normally this would sell for $70, is that right? But because it's in a ball, which actually saves you time, unless it snarkles on you, which is not good. go, name your price, tell me what you want to pay, let's have an auction. But I don't want to do any of that because I don't want to be bothered with it. So much fun. And yet I just don't want to be bothered. So, 50? 50. 50 for the silk. 50, 50, 50. Okay. Here's two more. Precious soft. Holy cow, this must have like a cashmere in it. These again are page wood. I don't know, like an MCN or something. Merino cashmere nylon. This one is, what color would you call this? Watermelon? Page wood, watermelon, page wood, light purple fuchsia, light purple pink. And they're in this pile, so $10 a piece. Who else is back here? You guys just dump it all out on me. Okay. I dyed this puppy. 80-20 sock. 2 strands, so that you can knit 2 socks exactly the same. Or you can knit 2 sides of a stole. How awesome is that? And then you just come together when you're finished at the end. And then you'll have it look just like this. Holy cow, you guys. It's fun though. Okay, so this guy's $35. I will sell him for 20. Was I going with 20 for those? Ooh. I get some nice pains every once in a while. Make you not want to live too much. Imp DK. I was initially starting to do a KAL. I was really excited about it. And then I disconnected. I don't know. I guess this was close to when I got SLE or something. But my head just... I have a really hard time doing anything but garter and stockinette. So it's going to be interesting to see this drindle. The pink, the red, violet, and black for my daughter, that sweater, is called a drindle. It's Elizabeth Zimmerman's heritage. The peasants had the sweater and the peasant skirt with the apron over it, and the men had the lederhosen and the leather suspenders and the whole nine. Anyway, this is the yarn to make a full blanket. It's Imp, pretty sure it's DK. Yeah, it's got to be DK. Imp DK, it's all balled up for you. Ready to go. It's purple, blue, and green with a lot of purple because I think I was going towards having the purple on the outside, but with this kind of a blanket, not so much. Where's the turquoise? Is this one? I guess it is this one. Okay, so here's all the yarn. You can even have my pretty little project bag too. And I should have written this all down. Now I'm going to have to watch myself to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, let's go with... These are all brand new. They've never been messed with or mothitized or anything. Not that any of my yarn is. I buy mothballs by the truckloads. Anyway, I'm not going to put a full price on this, you guys. You can have individual skeins if you want. Super dark, like Righteous. Imp sells for 20. Let's do 15 a skein. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the darkest purples, another lighter, and a second lighter. So there's 4 super dark and 2 lighter. You can see what I mean by that. And then we have royal blue, green, which is still attached, and I seem to be unwinding it. You can have that. You can make it into a coaster or a doily. And the turquoise with a little bit of like black in it, kind of cool. Yeah, so tell me which color you want, or if you want the whole thing, I'll make you a deal. Just tell me what you want to pay. And if it's reasonable, I'll accept it, because I really just need to, like I said, I need to get this stuff out of here so my family doesn't have to deal with it. Oh, Sharing time! I still have more yarn. I have plenty more yarn. This is that yak sweater. So, like, yak, super hot. Super hot. You can't wear it down in LA. My daughter's going to be able to wear all kinds of junk when she gets up to Washington, and it looks like I've dropped some stitches. Whoop-de-doo, I love you. Yes, I do. So, okay, what happened to this sweater and why did it stall? I was trying to make a big, huge reindeer. She says they have these elk up there, and I couldn't get the elk into the sweater numbers because he was just too big with his wild rack up there. So what I decided to do is trees, because they're much more forgiving and they're easier to implement or whatever. So this is the sweater. It's gotten so big and heavy. The sleeves are too wide. I'm going to design a thing that's going to cinch up probably just from the elbow down to the bottom here with like a corset and a little bit of silk. Probably going to have to do that to the back too, because I initially made this for me, but realized, you know, once this all started happening that it needed to be for her. So I am ripping out that little bit of white that I've got. Looks like I only did one row before I was like, ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna rip that out and make, you know, the little white trees in there. And then, you know, I raglan the decreases for the neck, so they'll just blend right into each other. Much more forgiving than the reindeer would have been. He was a crazy mistake. Okay. This little guy is very fine. He has problems. He was stored in Katie's room without any plastic. I warned her and warned her and warned her, and before you know it, there was just this mess. I don't know how far down. It's like an inch probably. The moths are gone. They've fled the nest. I guess it's a nest. So probably the first, you know, little tiny bit is going to have to be taken off the outside. Because you have to work for it. $7 for him. He is very colorful. What is this called? Spring. Call this the spring moth, and I will know what it is. $7. Ding, 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 ding. Sold for $7. What is this? This looks like another very fine ore. It's got a lot of, you can see it's, so, oh, this also could be very deluxe, because it just feels like it's really heavy. You know what? I'm going to get, I hope you guys can't hear my concentrator too much. I put him in another room, but I have a feeling he's still really heavy. Yeah, wow, because I want to weigh the ball. Did you see how that worked? Loud is the word for it. I'll shove all this stuff away. I'm bringing all this work to do so that I can just talk and I end up never doing the work. I do have to show you one of them, though. I've been painting for Blue Gardenia. I designed it. You think I could remember the name? Yeah, okay. So this is, it is an ounce, right? Ounce. 5.5, so it's all still there. This is Knitting Deluxe. I think it sells for $30, $35. And you can have it for $20. Royal Blue. Very deluxe. Oh my gosh. And it's a skein and a half, which is, I don't know. You'll have to look up the yardage. I really don't know. I can't think right now. I'll figure it out. Isn't this pretty? This came from my daughter's room too, but it had been protected. There's no moth damage here. This doesn't look, no, there's no moth damage here. This is like another spring. This might have been, you know what? Was this the, nah, it could have been. This could be the leftovers from, so interesting to just sit here and watch you try to think, because you can't think. That big, huge colorwork shawl that we did in black and spring? I can't remember the color name, but that was awesome. Anyway, this is Sherberty, so we'll call him Sherbert. I know he's all there because, ow, well, actually, up to about the toes. She knitted some socks. She only had the toes on. I threw those away. So this is what's left. I have a scale. 3.15, so it's missing just the 15 to the 50, whatever that is. I ain't going there. $10. He's fine. Keep looking at him going, what's happening with you? I think there's 2 of these. Yep. These are lace. They're very pretty. They're green. Whatever was on it, she ripped it out and wound it back onto the ball. 3 and 3 is 6, and 50 and 50 is 7. This is 7.15, so it's over 2 full balls. I don't know why that is, but it's definitely lace weight. It's probably very lace. Yeah, I think that's it. $8.70 per, and they're, I can't remember any of my prices. This is terrible. $25 each, I think. So you got to take them both. Instead of $50, 40, 35, $35. Make me an offer. Emerald green, lace weight, 2 skeins, 2 balls. Beautiful. That is just gorgeous. This is an 80/20 merino sock. It's all there. Yeah, $3.50 on the dot. So, you know what? The heck with it. He's over here in the $10. Undyed. No moth damage. $3.50 full skein. So it's a full skein of sock. $10. What's it gonna be next, Mom? What is this? I remember this. Is it Tencel? I don't know. Anyway, this is gonna be over there in the $10 pile. It's raspberry. How's that? And it feels like something really nice. If it's not Tencel, it's probably, it's not silk. I can't think of what it could be. Oh, and the weight is sock. This is lace. I am the culprit here, and everything I did was kept in a box, a plastic box, so I never fear for moths in those boxes. They completely seal. Anyway, this is gorgeous. This is one of those drop-dead gorgeous. It's like a super dark purple, but every once in a while you get little lights of pink and hot pink. There's a red in there, burgundy, lace weight, like I said, $25. This is our fairy lace. Think of the word, you just said it. Nope. And let's go with $10. He's $10 too. Everybody's $10, not for $1 million. Is that it? I thought I had 2 bags full of this stuff. Oh, never said anything about those. This is actually an Americana. You guys want it? It is a 75/25 sock. Color number 310. Renko Multi. It's gorgeous. It's got some pops of lime green and raspberry and purple and what is that? Like a bit of orange, and there's even some sky in here. It's crazy how they do this. Looks like they squirt. they sprinkle. Anyway, $10. It's not my yarn. And these guys, they're gorgeous, darling. So gorgeous. I love these things. 2 buckle. Hi, Mousa. Stay away from the yarn. 1. That's a pure wool worsted. And this is hand spun. So if you don't want it, I will keep it and use it for hats and stuff as a set for my baby. These are one of the very first things we ever dyed. It used to be different colors, and then I overdyed them, and they came out with these lovely, lovely. You got a deep. Hey, get off the thing! My Mousa, I love my kitty. Katie's threatening to take her. Hello, get off the cord! That's what I get for not nailing things down. Shh, go away. Sorry, guys. Anyway, it's beautiful. Get out of here! Go away! Oh my goodness! That's it! That's it! You have to say hi now. Getting out of breath. You have to come say hi now. Not allowed on the yarn. You're not allowed on the video. What are you allowed on? Girl's got a tree. What do you call them? Cat trees at the wazoo. This is my Mousa. Say hi. Meow. She's the most talkative cat. I tell her come, and she comes. Only she won't lay in my lap. She's not a lap kitty for me. She is for Katie. Katie will take her, and she'll just lay there with her, and they'll be playing video games together. And Mousa will be in her lap. I just don't want her to think it's okay to go when she's meowing. Hey, get away from that! She's right back at it. Come here. Cat! No! No! Oh my gosh. You guys. Isn't she pretty? I love this cat. Stay over here, okay? Come on. You're wearing me out, babe. Oh, wore out. Please don't go back. No! Oh gosh. I'm not doing this whole thing over again. Okay. I found this in my UFOs. Some of this stuff is just UFO stuff that's been hanging out for a long time and it needs a home. This is named Sexquacentennial, and it's by Mario. Mousa, no! It was so close to being finished. I think the highlighter tape was down here, and I don't know why I didn't finish it. It's a gorgeous shawl. As I recall, he had instructions for a triangle or a square. And it's all these descending diamonds with beads and stuff. It's just gorgeous. I love it. I think my intention was to dye it purple. I just wanted to get it on the needles really fast. And I looked for this. I cried the entire day knitting on it. And I'm getting a little emotional just talking about it. He and I used to talk all the time. Not all the time. When I was feeling, this is from 2012. And when I was feeling insecure in my design ability, he would encourage me. And then I would go ahead and plow forward and do exactly what he said. And now I don't have him there pushing me on. We would collaborate. I'm sure you guys remember Lover's Fire. That was our best one. I love the picture on Ravelry for that pattern. It's, I want to say it's the one I knit. I don't know. Somebody knit it. I designed it. Okay, that's enough before I go goofy here. This is Knights That Knit, Knights Who Say Knit. And I've got all these beautiful purple, blue, and greens that are on the home page of my blog, which I will link in the comments. That's what they're called. I had a problem. I told you my mind, right? It just doesn't want to do stuff anymore. This is just a simple hexagon, and yet I had such trouble with it. I had trouble with changing the colors and everything. So I might just kind of do my own thing or make some little trees or something because I enjoy the lace. I had problems with the bobble that, I don't know what to call it. She calls it bobble. It's not a bobble. Just this little slippy star thing. I didn't have any trouble with the V. I made the V easily enough. It looks like I didn't have any trouble with this guy. It's a little Perrier, Yaaarn, whatever they're called. And this guy, a little drop, yeah, what? And now it's looking like the back. It's not the back. Interesting. It just started in garter stitch, I guess. Anyway, I do garter stitch. I do like my garter stitch, and I'm thinking that maybe I go back to it so that I can catch up and enjoy the knit. It's the first time I've done a KAL in years, easily. So it's been fun. Got the clue 3. I'm still at, the beginning of 2. So it's going to be a while before I can get to that. Oh, I was trying to dye a teal. And just like I lose it in knitting, talking, oh my, just like I can't talk sometimes, I also can't dye sometimes. So I have an extra set of blue gardenia. If anybody wants it, you can go. Well, I guess you can't go because you'll end up with beads too. Whatever. It's super dark. This is the blues. So as you can see, it's really dark. It's got this sapphire section, and then it goes into like a sea color, which is where the green went. And it's got more blues and greens, and it's just gorgeous. And I didn't want to not show you guys, but I can't send this out unless, of course, you have a blue order still sitting here. Most of the orders from the very beginning are gone, except for EK. EK, if you're there, yours is still here because I didn't see it until I went to print the orders. So if you want this, you can have it. Or if you're in the teal, I'm dyeing another one today. Okay, so that is my little mishap. Do you know, while I was cleaning my bookcase, did you see that pothole? I just fell into it. While I was cleaning my bookcase, I realized even with the title of Knit So Fine, it wasn't fine weight knitting. I was kind of shocked by that. I don't know why I thought Knit So Fine would be a thin. They did talk about thin. They talked about thin an awful lot. Anyway, mostly all I have is lace and sock weight. We need to do a lace shawl. I have to tell you what my plans are. I can't show you. We don't have anything outside of the brain. I don't have anything inside the brain either. Shh. Okay. I just cracked myself up. I'm gonna start working. Okay. What was I talking about? Shoot! Oh man. Nope. Ain't coming back. Great. Need to not laugh. Laughing just gets me gone. But at least we're here and we're doing this, and I can laugh. I don't laugh unless I'm with my kids. My kids make me laugh. The rest of it's just, somebody wants to be paid for something that we did a year ago. It was one of my infusions, so they want a lot of money off of us. A lot. I'd appreciate it if you guys buy yarn. Where was I going? Forget it. I'll tell you about my designs that came to me, because I do have memory of that all of a sudden. Okay, so y'all know how we're supposed to have a blanket every year. Along with that heirloom shawl, I do a blanket. Well, I didn't like how Green Man was coming out, so he's like more than on the back burner. He might never come out unless I do him in color work, because what I wanted to do was knit him in texture, but it's just not working. I've got the picture, took a picture of this tapestry that I got from one of the Scottish festivals. I say a lot, I'm sorry. So we got this tapestry. Katie got a ladder and stood next to it, over top of it, because it's so big. And she took a picture of it, and then I took that and transposed it into my knitting software, and that turned into something that I could do. You know, I just kind of worked on it. I changed all the black areas to yarn over, knit one, or yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I was doing. So, whoop, okay, okay. So, I all of a sudden just had this idea. We're going to make pieces this year, and before you start screaming, let me explain them. We have, it's going to be a small one. It's going to be 4 foot by 6, I think. Not too small. So what you're going to have is 2 skeins. I think they have to be sock yarn. 2 skeins, the same color, throughout 5 skeins. One that reads turquoise, one that reads purple, a blue, and maybe a light blue, so it's purple and blue. Anyway, you can ask for any color. If you want to do naturals, we can do that too. What I'm going to do is paint all the colors across all the skeins so that each of them has all the colors, but then make them the other color, like all turquoise, all purple, blah, blah, blah. Then you're going to make 2 of each of the blocks that come out, and we're going to be able to make, okay, so I was thinking garter stitch, so these skeins are going to be wild. They're going to have sprinkles, or not, as you desire, and be just wild, loud, and crazy. Not too much though, because they're already in just the color segments. The premise of the blanket is shapes. So you knit, 2 rectangles, and then the next month I'll give you instructions on how to make a mitered square, and you knit 4 of those, I think. And then we have a regular square that you just cast on and knit and bind off. Or you can attach it to the mitered square as you go. I'll give directions probably early on. Not sure I want to share the shapes early on though. Of course I'm doing that now. A triangle and then an elongated wedge, 2 of those to go with the triangle. And that's it. My head just went into maybe that's all there was. I think there was a diamond too. You make the pieces into a square or rectangle or whatever, and then you sew them up, and then you make, because you're making 2, you put the panels together. So that's where you get the 4 foot. 4 foot, this one's 2 foot, 2 foot by 6 foot. Math, I don't like math. I could do without it. I do have a friend who likes it, so we're good to go. I need to dye samples for that one. I was thinking I could just take some minis or even some 10 grams skeins and just make up the samples that I want to dye. I definitely wanted to dye something and I want to do purple, blue, and green, but I also want to do like a neutral of, I have so many browns, you guys. I bought like 10 different colors in dye of browns. Things like teddy bear and hot chocolate and chamois, and there was another one that was really cute name, and I've forgotten it. Anyway, you get the idea. I could dye different browns, a gray or two, and just one black, because black is black. You know what I was thinking too, is you could alternate the colors, like use turquoise and purple, and do the first row turquoise, the second 2 rows purple, and change on the one side, so that you're always going up, alternating 2 colors, and you twist the yarn on the sides, one side, and you don't have to worry about ends or anything, and it makes it really nice as long as you keep it loose but not too loose. Makes a really nice thing. What I was thinking for the edging is to pick up all the way around and knit, or just an applied I-cord to give it stability, because garter stitch has a tendency to stretch like crazy. What was the other thing? Oh my goodness. So I was looking, I found this shawl, a really gorgeous shawl, and evidently I designed it. Does anybody remember a shawl? It's got the 2 borders and then the wedges. I'm not sure if it's got a center back. These are a nice little pretty cable, and the wedge is, it starts at the top and comes down and makes a curly Q, and it's lace. I don't have a name on it. I can't find it in any of the things, so I'm worried that maybe I've already published it and I can't remember. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Anyway, if that's the case, if anybody recognizes it, please let me know. What in the world? I like to keep these tied so that y'all know that they came from one set. But this one, ow, is causing trouble. It's all wound up around it. Anyway. So yeah, yeah, okay, so that's not the one I was talking about. The one I was talking about is actually a Ruana, and the reason why I didn't make it was because I got stuck on the sizing. Normally you think Ruana, oh, it's a piece of fabric with a slit up the center. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make it into a wrap, so it had a elongated crossover, or put a pin in it, whatever. I have the pin. I got these, you know, the things that they used to use as vest backs? They probably still do. They have clips on either side, the sweater clips. Sort of like a sweater clip, only more heavy duty. So I was thinking you could clip it on either side and just continue and make the Ruana, or make it as a wrap. I don't think this thing can be used as, another thing that happened is I don't think it can be used as a KAL, because, you know, the chart's the same all the way through. You start at the back, at the end, and you work your way around to the front, and it's gorgeous, knock down, drag out, whatever, gorgeous cables. It's got either the Saxon braid or something similar to it up the back, center back, and then some stuff that I created, and some other just plain cables. It's on a pearl base with several just plain knit stitches that go down it, so those are going to make gorgeous lines. Yeah, no modesty here. It's gorgeous. I designed it, but it's gorgeous. Did I say? Yeah, I didn't say. These are expensive. The blue one, if you want the blue one, you can have it too. They sell for $35 each, which is $75. But if you want these, you can have it for $55, this set. I'm going to put this in the sale over here, even though it's like KAL yarn. because it's has to be sold. It's just going to sit here and gather dust if I don't sell it. We want to wrap. Yeah, it could go like waist high and then come around, or it could even be made into a coat, you guys, if you felt like you just wanted to knit forever. You could get like extra yarn. I was thinking sock yarn, and I was also thinking lights. I was going to use the minis again. I really love the idea of bamboo. It's a lighter sock weight, lighter. By that I mean it's not as heavy as all the wool. It's cheap too, so we can do like a whole bunch of it and not spend a bloody fortune to get there. Pale colors, that's the other one. Like you could get undyed and I'll give you a discount, or you can get, I saw this beautiful, okay, do you remember Arsenic and Old Lace? That was done as a wash of many different colors, but all I did was throw in a color, I pull it out and put a color on, then you put it in and ring it, and yeah, it was just crazy. What I was thinking is putting a base of ecru and then a very, very pale wash. She's trying to go up. Oh my heavens. Can you see her? I can't even see in this thing. Yeah, you can see her. She's on that thing over there. There. There's a thing. These are 15-foot high ceilings, and there's a shelf up there that goes along the arch. She can get up there. It must be a 5-foot straight up jump, but she does it. Girl's crazy. I love that she keeps me company. The other ones are like, you know, they hide in the baby cave. That's what we call it, because he's the one who has it. It's under my bed. Where was I going? Through. She got me. Through on it. So you could either do it like waist length and do the wrap, or do it, you know, all the way down to the ground. Make yourself a big, huge coat. You can seam the underarms so that you've got the coat. It doesn't have to be a typical Luana, which is just a piece of fabric, split up the front, you put it on. I've even thought about waist shaping. Like you could come in and go back out and just delete the cables as you go in, and then increase for the chest and pull the cables back in. This is the kind of stuff, though, that to put into a pattern is very difficult. And there's always questions, and my head doesn't always do well. So I think I was doing the sizes for the front, trying to get everybody in, and all of a sudden it just hit me, you know, right now talking about it. I need to just do this, publish it as one size, and then maybe in the group we could talk about how you can change it. I'll save all the sizing that I have done. I made just the one chart, but I was trying to explain how to, this is why I DRL. I put rounds, squares, whatever, around each one of the different cables. So to show how they incorporate, and I was trying to say between line blah 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 and lines blah blah blah, you can make more of these across to make it larger. I think it's 30 inches at 5 stitches an inch. I have 150. 5 times 3 is 15. Yeah, I have 150 stitches across. So if you get 5 stitches to the inch, it's 30. So that's 60 inches. That's going to cover everybody. And then people who are small, I was going and saying delete this and delete that. It's too much. It was way too much. But I really want to produce it and publish it, whatever. And then how do you make that a KAL? How do you knit along on something that just has the one pattern? You do it forever. I think it's got to be a pattern. Published is just a pattern. The other thing that I have that I haven't even told you guys, have you watched Poldark, the BBC TV show? Oh my goodness, am I at an hour? I'm at an hour right now. That's terrible. I've talked by myself forever. Anyway, the grandmother, the aunt, the great aunt, had this just piece of lace that somebody took and sewed up, and for some reason, that thing just kept rolling around in my head. Now I have these beautiful gloves for pole dart. I have 2 colors. I have gold beads because, whew, Granny should have gold beads. Granted, it was back in the Victorian era where the only thing they wore was what, pearls, if they even wore that, or diamonds. We ain't going there. So anyway, I've got this beautiful green, and I've got a black, almost raveny color for it. There was a big ruffle. Can't remember where, and you have the option of putting it up here or down here. I think it was down here that I actually have in the pattern. Yeah, so that is also, again, I don't know, it's the same all the way through because that looks the best, but it does have decreases, and there's specific points where I could cut it and we could make that one into a cow. That one definitely could do cowing. Let me know what you think. YarnFairy1@gmail.com. And I am going to say goodbye because the cat's back. Have a great day.